pretty straightforward.
Give our podcast a 5-star rating.
And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to Pretty Straightforward. First things first, in today's episode, I'm going to be sucking my own dick, and Willard's going to watch.
Let's get it. I didn't know if you were, like, fully going to, like... first it's, like, the extraction method, so you're, like, figuring out how to, like, fucking rip out a rib.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you... Okay, do you think if...
I thought I completely misinterpreted that. When you said rip out a rib, I thought you meant like a ribbed condom. I was like, to suck my own dick?
Yeah, just in case you don't give yourself mouth chlamydia. Yeah. You already have, like, dick chlamydia. But, okay, if someone was to, like, if you were to go home and then, like, God or some shit was like, Jacob Thomas Greenberg, you have to suck your own dick for $10 million. Do you think that you would try straight up, or would you, like,
straight up, man,
try to get, like, surgery to make it easier?
Straight up. If God was the one telling me to suck my own dick for $10 million, no way. I'm not about that material life, and God wants to test me. If a person asks me that,
yeah,
it's a different story.
Yeah, different ballpark. So let's say, like...
If they're willing to pay for the surgery, I can't fucking afford a surgery.
But, like...
would I go into debt?
No, that's not... It's like, do you think that you would... Like, if someone was just like, hey, here's $10 million, you have to suck your own dick by tomorrow. And in a dream world where, like, all the circumstances work, so if you wanted to get surgery, you were able to get surgery in that time span. Do you think you would go through surgery, or do you think you would be like, you know what, I'm actually just going to do this?
I'd weigh my options for sure. I think I'd have to, like, look into the specifics of, like, the detrimental effects of removing ribs. Yeah. I've never considered that before, so I don't know how badly that would go for me later in life, but if the effects weren't that bad, of course I would.
How about also, like, I don't know, this just came to mind. Do you think that, like, removing ribs is, like, the only way to, like, to get a surgery to be able to suck your own dick?
Or do I think there's other surgeries?
Yeah, like, what if you were to be able to, like, add a vertebrae?
Ooh, that'd be interesting. Yeah.
You add, like, 6 inches to your spine using, like, rubber.
Ooh, that'd be cool. Yeah, what's the thing where you, like... That's the thing that people do to get taller is they, like, lengthen their torso, right?
So, or, like, they also do, like, shin surgery.
Ah, right. So what if I take both of my shins and make my back, extend my spine? I think that'd be cool. And then, because then I can reach my penis with my mouth. Yeah, and that'd be pretty cool.
It would be kind of cool to, like, suck your own dick.
I think so too. Like, yeah, I would open every party with that. Just walk in. What's up, guys? Jake. Start choking.
Do you walk in like, who's got the Rolling Rock?
Oh my god! And, like, everybody's just like, yo, dude, classic Jake.
Welcome
to the party. We're playing Die. Die up, and I'm just like. I'm picturing a total, like, college party, too, like a frat party at fucking Tito's.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I don't...
Like, and then I'm next door in the backyard, just in the corner by the tree, just like, and, like, Like 90% of the party does not know I'm there. I'm crying already. We're like fucking 3 minutes in and I'm already crying.
No one's like directly acknowledging it, but they're like, yeah.
Like,
And you're like,
I'm going like fucking crazy too, like warp speed. Holy shit, dude! What a start to our first live video podcast. It is not live, by the way. I'm just kidding. This is a live taping. Comment down below what your favorite color is.
This is a live taping, but your camera only has 30 minutes on its like SD card,
Right,
so the next 30 minutes is going to be on Patreon. We don't have a Patreon.
Yeah, these first 30 minutes will be our first upload to the Patreon, I think.
Really?
I think we can.
What if we just upload only the
fucking make a Patreon?
No, it'll probably
comment below.
Yeah, thank you.
This episode will air probably after we make one, but comment below and let us know.
This episode is going to air in like 2 weeks, if you think about it. But
we just gotta fucking.
What if we should put only like the back half of the recording on
Patreon.
No, on like public.
Right, and then it's like here how we got to this point.
Yeah, or like we do like a mega cut where on YouTube we just like have a compilation of like all of like the silences or like the and like be like, hey, join our Patreon so you can actually see the content.
Yeah. I think that would work. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah. I think we'd be innovating the game.
Yeah.
Yes. Hello, welcome to our first video recording, our second episode. We're currently
in my car in front of our place of employment.
Yes, which I was thinking we should probably just name the episode it. If you don't care about doxing yourself.
Shake Shack, West Hollywood, 1151.
Yeah, I'm surprised you know our store code.
Yeah, man, I just finished all my training shit. I had to keep inputting it all the time.
Right. Yeah, we're in the West Hollywood Shake Shack. We just got done with... You just got done with an 8-hour shift,
But yeah, I opened today, so I'm pretty tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an 8-hour shift. I was on grill the whole time, just pressing burgers, flipping burgers.
Yeah.
Sucking my own.
Yeah. They're like,
hey man, that's the daily grind out here.
Yeah, people are like, they come in.
Shout out Shake Shack for letting me do that in the kitchen.
They're like, why are the tickets red?
It's such a funny visual. It's insane. Every time, it's just. Oh my god.
Like, hey,
it's such a funny visual. It's insane.
Hey Jacob, can you take dishes to the back of this whole...
Nah, kind of big.
You're not even speaking.
I don't even reply.
Yeah, you're just fucking like throttling.
Everybody's just like, yo, is he okay? And you're just like on button. Just like, yeah, no, he's good. He does this all the time. You should have seen him in college, man. He was the life of the party. Not our parties. He was just hanging out in the backyard.
Hey, Jake.
For context, we used to live together.
Yeah, is the pot clean? Hey Drake, you trying to watch a movie tonight?
I'm busy.
God, dude, I think like when people have like housemate meetings, just imagine.
Just imagining.
It has nothing to do with you sucking your own
I don't
dick.
even live there.
Yeah.
I'm like the entertainment for the house meeting.
Yeah, they're
Shout
like
out house meetings, man.
They're like, hey,
those.
we're like, hey, you didn't clean out the lint trap in the dryer, which is the third time you've done that, and you're just now, just like what I'm thinking is like, if we do have like a Patreon, instead of having like only select amount of like video footage, because we can only record so much on your camera, that we just have a video of you sucking your own dick.
Yeah, we can get that footage. We can get that footage.
And I bet like everyone who's like watching it was like, Everybody has a good podcast.
Whoa, man. Yeah, that dude's probably got a great
Probably just
podcast.
Check out
that's
our
the only marketing we do.
Yeah.
Fully, I go on fucking like late night with Jimmy Fallon. And it's just like, here's a local podcast kid named Jacob Greenberg.
You don't even
And he's gonna
walk. You don't even walk out. They just open the curtain.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just.
Yeah. You're having a lot of fun making the noises. I'm just doing the action and like picturing it in my head, and you're every time you go like, fucking shout out that grapefruit lady. That's
I think. Fuck, dude. Yeah.
I gotta stop moving my feet. I'm gonna unplug the mic again.
Yeah, you gotta stop pretending to suck your own fucking dick.
True. Any truers? Don't know why I just said that.
Yeah.
Shout out Twitch. I used to stream on Twitch. It's gonna, I'm gonna make a comeback.
We're gonna make a comeback, and it fully is just you sucking your own dick.
Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna get fucking banned.
You're like,
you won't be able to see it. It won't be in my mouth.
It's like
lewd acts. What am I doing?
Yeah.
I don't have a penis. Show it to me.
You can't.
You can. It's in my mouth.
Yeah.
Rewatch the footage. It's not there.
Yeah. There might be like a little ball
I
in
am
there.
fully like not even like going up and down on it. I'm just deep throating the whole time. Just like
and it's like under like
horrible episode.
Yeah, it's under like streaming Valorant, and they just click on it.
It's like, whoa. This is some interesting gameplay. It's just like it's the opposite of how it usually is, where it's like the game and then the person in the corner. It's just me and then just me AFK in the corner. It's like, sorry, man, someone donated fucking $2. I gotta suck my own dick and stop playing.
Yeah, we got a dono.
Yeah, dude, $1 dono. I'll turn around and suck my own dick. It's like just from behind, but I fully pull my pants like down to my ankles. Dude, okay, I like people. I mean, obviously, it's not a thing like that adults do, but like when like little kids like go to a urinal and they pull their pants all the way down to their ankles, that shit is so fucking funny to me. Like, it's just like you don't gotta be doing all that, bro. I remember in like 5th grade. At my elementary school, we had like a buddy system where like a 5th grader would like take in a kindergartner and they would be like your buddy, and we would like once a week we would like on Fridays I think we would go to their class and like read them books and stuff. It was cute. It was cool. My kid's name was Robert, I think, and I remember one time I went to the bathroom because my 5th grade class was like right next to where the kindergarten classes were. And I remember going to the bathroom because we had the same bathroom, and I walk in and him and another kindergartner are fully just like pants down at their ankles next to each other at the urinals. And I'm like, that's funny. And then they like, while I'm in there, start sword fighting. and for those who might not understand, you would understand. Sword fighting is just like
fill in the blank.
Yeah. You said fill in the blanks, and I thought you said feeling the blade, and I was like, yeah, that is a sword fight, actually. Yeah. We're feeling the blade.
Yeah, imagine being a kindergartner, and you're like,
no.
That
sounds horrible.
No, imagine being like a kindergartner, and you go to like sword fight your friend, and you're like, man, your dick's sharp. I don't think you would necessarily use the word dick, but
you're wee.
Damn. You're fucking wielding steel right there.
You've smited me.
You smited me. You have to go back to your teacher, like, teach.
Teach. We called all of our teachers by their first names at my elementary school.
Joseph! My kindergarten buddy won't stop sucking his own dick.
What? He can do that? Yeah. He takes gymnastics.
He's in tumbleweeds.
Yeah. Dude, I was thinking earlier, I was like, because we were talking about Bruce Lee earlier, because Willard saw the Bruce-ploitation.
Yeah, Enter the Clones of Bruce.
That's
the film.
We can come back to that if you'd like to, because, But we were talking about that motion, and I was like thinking, I was like getting in a fighting stance, and I was like pretending that we were gonna square up in the kitchen. But I do remember somebody like in line at the register like fully saw us doing that and looked so concerned. And it was just like, oh my god, this kitchen's in disarray.
Yeah, like, meanwhile, someone's in the corner just sucking their own dick.
Yeah, man, it's
not I gotta like, yeah,
somebody else has this amazing talent.
Yeah.
I think it's so funny that we're still parked outside. But should I just start driving?
Yeah,
driving crooner.
Yeah, it would be road rage live on film, on record.
That's not what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm choking on a cigar. Yeah.
I think just like thinking about. Can we get into Willard's most fucked up thing?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
Shout out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's go, Willard.
Let's go.
Kill it.
Let's go, Willard. No, because like I guess like thinking about
this is my listening face. You guys didn't see it
I
in the
feel like
last
this
episode, but this is what I was doing the whole time.
Yeah, I feel like this is like. Why do you look at me like that?
Make sure you're in frame. You're
Okay.
leaning out of frame.
Sorry, I'm just like.
This is for our
I feel
Patreon
like
supporters,
right.
and they want to see your beautiful face.
Right, I feel like this is less distracting than if you were actually sucking your own dick.
Like, here, try talking like this, and then I'll suck my own dick off camera. And
Yeah.
just keep... See,
your eyes are just crazy. So like.
No.
Your eyes are just so like fucking like blue steel. It is like a Zoolander type effect.
I don't know why, but for the first like
the
first 2 seconds of me looking down the barrel of the camera, I was just reading Canon zoom lens around the lens, so I'm not looking directly into the camera while I'm doing that.
You're just like wall-eyed.
What am I doing again? And then I was like, oh, into the lens. That's right.
Yeah, I think like see, it would be funny if we cut that part and made it a Patreon exclusive. Like we make it a Patreon exclusive, but like in the video form on YouTube it is just like blank, where it's like, in order to see this like visual joke, you have to pay $5 to Willard and Jake. But no, my most fucked up thing of the week is like quite a tonal change. Boom, 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 bang, bang, bam, 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 bam. It's like a tonal change from, I guess, not laughing, but jesting at like people dying in fucking airplane accidents. And it's about, I was at the bus stop the other day, like coming to work, and like the bus was running late. And I think I was just sitting there. I was looking around my like surroundings. It's a bus stop on Santa Monica Boulevard. So if you're ever riding the 4, you know where to find me.
Give me a shout.
Yeah, you'll probably
scream my name in front of everybody and say, "He's got cash."
He has my money.
From
Patreon.
Drop us up.
But I like looked over at like our bus stop, or like the bus stop like pole, and in fucking lipstick someone had written like hashtag. Should I say the podcast name? Is that like a bad thing?
I mean, it's not like we're not. Are we bashing them?
I'm not bashing them.
I'm just like, it's just a general explanation of this weird event.
Yeah, and then I'm going to be like explaining, like, I'll be explaining. I listened to the 2 episodes. Okay, so the podcast was named hashtag Shay and VLAN podcast. And I think like, especially since I've like come here and like whenever I've like gone out, or just like through like passively living in LA, like the past like 9 months or so, 10 months, is like something that just like naturally happens is connections, because people very much like move here and come here in order to like blow up, become a movie star, you know. And it's like always funny because it's usually people being like, check out my music. And it's some of like the most like wackish shit you've ever heard.
Yeah.
Or it's like, see what like I can do. So it was like very funny to see someone like do like what is like ultimately like a vanity move before a podcast, because it's like, who the fuck is like trying to like pimp out their own podcast? So yeah, I mean,
I'm pimping out something, man.
We are going to hack like all of like the electronic bus stops that show like moving ads. And It's just going to be footage of you sucking your own dick.
I feel like I can figure out how to do that, honestly.
Yeah, we can just like fucking like Bluetooth connect into it and just like hack the image. But so I saw this podcast and then I was like, I would love to listen to it. And it's not like the VLAND is short for Shay in Wonderland. Not spelled like the German way in which like Wonderland is used.
Yeah.
But it's just Wonderland spelled with a V.
Like Vonderland?
Yeah, like Shay in Vonderland, a series of unfortunate fortunes, unfortunately. And the bio reads, I didn't ask life to be here. I just asked for it to bring the same energy. ... And she did. She sure did. Alien emoji, and then it's her Cash App twice.
Wait, let me see.
Yeah, see, I'm
Cash
App, IG. Find me everywhere you can. IG, email, Cash App.
That's funny. Dude, I gotta start putting that shit on every, like, just my normal Instagram post. I haven't posted on Instagram in like a year, but like, just next time I make just a standard post, I just drop my Cash App in the bottom.
Yeah, you drop.
It's like, I don't, honestly, like, I'm paying my bills. I'm good right now. But if you want to contribute to my savings account, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. But so I like looked at the episodes, and she had like quite a few episodes. She stopped recording for a few months, and then started recording again, as I found out when she first like hopped on a Greyhound and came to LA. And so the first episode is called "The Day in the Life." Shay takes LA, and the bio reads backpacking, kidnapping, and doing what anyone else does whilst in LA, trying to get me a sugar daddy. And she has a boyfriend. Her boyfriend actually makes an appearance in the episode.
Oh, hell yeah.
And so as I was like, I like took notes as I was like listening to it the first time. And it starts off with just it starts off with like a pretty weird intro. I don't feel the need to explaining it. But like essentially it's her saying hello in like 7 different voices. But
Hello.
Hello. Oi, bruv. Oi, bruv. It's me podcast. Right? Yes. Stop that timer. But she opens up about coming to LA in order to like meet somebody famous, and she was just like, but like a lot of like crazy and wild things happened here. The first note I have is that her phone got stolen, or her SIM card got stolen. No, that's technically not what the first thing that happens in the episode. The first thing that happens in the episode is that she takes a Greyhound from the downtown, or takes an Uber from the downtown Greyhound station to Hollywood. And then when she gets out, she asks the Uber driver, hey, can you just hold my clothes while I just like go out? You know, and she was like, I'll call you later. And this dude was like, yeah, I'll keep your clothes in my car. And then she gets out of the car to like travel the like Hollywood Boulevard, like the Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
And apparently her phone got stolen, or like her SIM card got stolen, but that's not the language she uses whatsoever.
What does she say?
She repeatedly goes, so my phone got fugazed upon.
She says that consistently?
Yeah, like, so I got fugazed upon, my phone. Okay, there's no winning with this camera. And then she, like, interrupts to say, she's like, I also got briefly kidnapped, but we don't need to talk about it. And then she doesn't. I feel like getting almost kidnapped is a thing people would, like, actively lie about.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that checks.
Yeah, almost got sex trafficked. Bro, what if I, like, came into work and I was like, yo.
Is it fucking recording?
I think it's recording. Yeah, when they're doing, like, icebreakers in, like, college class, she's like, yeah, I got trafficked. They're like, why the fuck are you lying about
Just
that?
the once.
Just the once. But she talks about that and, like, meeting random people. And then I should also say that how she's recording this, I, like, connected the dots in my head. She is actively walking in the streets, speaking onto her phone. And whenever people interact with her, she'll turn it off and then jump back on again. So you'll hear, like,
fucking weird,
right? You'll hear, like, traffic noises and shit. And then she'll be like, okay, hold on. Harsh cut. And she's like, okay, so anyways, so there's a harsh cut. And then it opens up with her going to be like, I want to go. So I'm over here in Beverly Hills and I want to go to Rodeo Drive and meet a sugar daddy. So that's why I'm walking. And she just starts, like, yelling her name out in the street.
Shay in Vonderland?
Yeah, Shay in Wonderland. I want a sugar daddy! And then it cuts again. And the next cut just leads with, like, direct quote, how do I go about suing a hospital? Because apparently she got, like, committed to a hospital owned by Warner Brothers.
Oh.
And they connected a bunch of wires to her, and she, like, contacted her mom, but she didn't want her mom to find out that she was like, in LA or in the hospital. So she cited that as a HIPAA violation. The direct quote is, what happened to HIPAA?
What happened to HIPAA?
It got eradicated. HIPAA was actually fully in the Roe v. Wade, like,
it was like a very, very small sub note. Like,
yeah, it's the way that politicians will send out those, like, fatty bills and will hide, oh, by the way, we're implementing this. And HIPAA was fully implemented with Roe v. Wade. And then after talking about how much she hates her mom, says that she believes that she was swapped at birth and that, like, her mom is not her real mom. And then goes on to talk about how, she's in... okay. She goes on to talk about how she's in the place that she belongs, in Los Angeles with us. And
looking for a sugar daddy.
Yeah, and, like, she's, like, screaming her name, like, I want to be famous. She said where she was in the episode, which I won't say because it fully was outside of my apartment. I
just say it.
Yeah, she's like, Willard! Get the fuck out here! I don't know if the mic will clip on that.
It might.
And then she talks about how everyone should come out here, even though you can't always trust people. And then if you get traffic,
I trust Shay.
I trust her. I'm gonna request $10 from her, but she does, like, the final quote I have from that is, if you did go missing, God forbid, at least people have seen your face.
Oh my God, that's big.
Yeah. And then in the next episode, in her second LA episode, which I did not take comprehensive notes of, I just did it while I was, like, playing video games.
Of course.
She has a child.
Oh. Where was the child in the first episode?
Not anywhere near. She admitted that she has 3 trespassing charges. And, like, walked into a random mansion in the Hollywood Hills. And I don't know where she is. No, she walked into a random mansion. A man, like, came up and just goes, hey, you don't belong here. And then she's like, but squatters' rights.
Wait, this isn't like has she uploaded since? Do you know?
No, she has not uploaded since last week. She has not uploaded in a week.
Okay. Because I fully saw something in the news of somebody like refusing to leave a house in like Beverly Hills.
Probably her.
Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, and was just claiming squatters' rights. That's crazy.
Oh yeah. I think that was like an expensive Airbnb though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry if that was like a boring, fucked up things of the week.
No, that was fun.
I think it would have been more interesting if we just kept talking about sucking your own dick for Patreon subscribers.
Yeah. Squatter
in Beverly Hills. That's where I wanna be. Gimme. One time I was walking in Beverly Hills and I was like walking behind these two dudes and they tried to go into like a 24-hour like psychic place that said open, but it wasn't actually open, so they started slamming the door and they were like, oh, they fucking lied to me. And I never thought people went into those places. Is it like a money thing? Like a capitalist thing?
Is what?
Like going to 24-hour psychics? Or like you'll just walk by and it's like a psychic?
Yeah.
Do you think it's well, because the only time I've ever seen people try to go in there was in Beverly Hills.
Really?
At 11 p.m.
The 24-hour one is interesting. Yeah. That doesn't make sense to me. I would never do a 24-hour anything, let alone something as taxing as lying to rich people.
Was it her?
I don't know. Do you think that's her?
That is not her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm looking at something 2 days ago. Owner of LA mansion taken over by Airbnb squatter from hell accuses her of extortion. And the owner of a Los Angeles mansion where an Airbnb guest has been squatting for more than a year has bluntly accused her of extortion, as it has emerged that the so-called tenant from hell had been accused only months earlier of refusing to leave another home. So, I guess squatters are in. Squatters are the new homeowners.
Do you think
it's impossible to live in Los Angeles?
Dude, let's say that is true. I found out that the squatters hole that I moved into when I first moved down here, like the radio station. For context, when I first moved down here, I moved into a squatter's hole for 2 months. They're fully demolishing that place.
Damn, you were possibly the last tenant.
Yeah, we were going out to the bars at like 1 a.m. with our friends when they visited back in June. So I'm like, I wonder what that place is like. And they're fully like, we are destroying this building.
It's just like sealed off, like.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
I know.
I never got to see inside there.
I know. It was
like a one room with just no windows, right? No kitchen, no anything.
Yeah, I slept on an air mattress underneath radio equipment.
Hell yeah.
And I remember one time I couldn't shower because a dude nodded off while doing heroin in the bathroom. It was like such a funny place. Met a dude who was in 22 Jump Street, living in like one of the pod spaces. It was like funny, and he was like telling everyone like, you should do background work. That's a good way to make money.
Yeah,
it's not a consistent way to make money.
Not really, unless you get like a full-time gig, like a full-time show or something like that.
The full-time gig as like a background actor, but you're just
every time. What's so funny about that too is like what part of the SAG strike is fighting for is the what's it called? Trying to get better rights for background actors, because they are trying to studios are trying to like do AI shit where they're gonna basically take like a full body scan of the background actor on like day one of the shoot when they come in, take a body scan of them, and then just like CG it into the background every time they need someone in the background, and just never hire them for like work again. They give them like that 1 day rate and then like a flat fee for like their image that obviously is not going to cover anybody's expenses, because they're going to pay them dirt cheap, because there's no minimum wage for like a flat fee.
Yeah, no, that is true.
So now I'm thinking me as a background actor when they do my body scan and I'm just like and they just have to CG me into the background all the time. That shit would be amazing. That would enhance every scene I'm in, I think.
This is not doxing this person whatsoever because it is public information, but I've only found out recently that they would CG background actors into scenes because our boss George is in A Star Is Born.
Right.
Yeah,
I remember him talking about that. He's in the crowd in like the last big song. Right?
Yeah, he's in the crowd in the a cappella version of Shallow. And what they did was there was fully like only like 30 people in the crowd, and they just CG and duplicated.
We should turn these on.
Yeah, and they recorded it. That's fine. And they recorded it for like 7 hours straight. And so now the question is, would that scene be more interesting?
Yeah, would the very emotional...
Is that scene before or after Bradley Cooper kills himself?
I think it's the one after. I think it's like the very end of the movie. Fuck, dude. Because I think that's the only time she actually performs it.
Really?
I think so. I think she like sings it, or they sing it on their own or something, outside of an actual like stage setting or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they come back. I don't know. I haven't seen that movie in a minute, and when I did watch it, I wasn't that into it. So
I've never seen it because someone from my hometown got like canceled because he worked at the movie theater, and he walked into like the opening showing.
Oh, and just like, screamed out.
Like at the start, just goes, "Bradley Cooper's going to kill himself."
Oh, Brad.
Brad.
That's so funny because I remember what made me not really be into that movie so much was the most blatant foreshadowing of him gonna kill himself.
It's a fucking noose like hanging in the background.
Not even in the background. It is fully, they are like in the back of a limo and he's like drunk as shit and just like looks out the window and sees a billboard with a giant noose on it. And it's just like a reverse shot of just like, you see the billboard and then it goes back to him and he's just like, for like 4 seconds, just staring at the billboard of a noose, like 4 minutes into the movie. That is so... And I was just like, oh, he's for sure killing himself. And then I watched the rest of the movie, and sure enough, he's gone by the end.
And then you won't fucking believe what happened.
Yeah.
What was the billboard saying? What is like
I don't even remember. I'm gonna look it up right now because that shit is very funny. But first, I have to blow my nose.
Yeah.
Quick break.
Oh god! I just blew it into my hand.
Oh my god! Why did you do that?
I don't know. You were taking.
I was saying quick break to like stop recording, but now I feel like we have to put this in.
Yeah.
Like I was
okay. It's Patreon subscribers only. We didn't necessarily film that part, but I'm going to animate it so you can see what that looked like. I don't know. I felt
you're going to animate it.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I just kind of felt peer pressure when you're like taking a quick break. And there was like a moment of silence, and then I was like, I also have to blow my nose.
Here we are.
There's still
snotty boys.
There's still snot on my hands.
Huge. Oh, there is another battery in here. Do I really have 4 batteries for this camera? Am I prepared or what?
Yeah.
This camera does fucking
Now, if those
suck,
were
though.
batteries for dab pens, I don't... A stoner would be like, yes, queen.
Yes.
Slay. Someone who smokes weed, when they hear 4 batteries, would probably be like, I wish I had that shit for my pen.
True.
I wish I could fucking blinker hit that shit.
Yo, my shit's busted right now.
Yeah.
I can't get the battery out. Uh-oh.
Hitting the fent pen and then sucking your own dick.
Oh, wait, the battery's actually fucking stuck.
Oh, no. Sorry, I'm just grasping for material. Pretty straightforward material.
Yeah. I apologize, I'm having some technical difficulties with the camera. I definitely need to, like, figure this out next time. You texted me at, like, 11 p.m. We're recording tomorrow, bring your camera.
Okay.
And I was, like, about to go to sleep, because I opened today. I had to get up at 7:30, so I was like, I'm going to bed now. I'm going to get a decent amount of sleep. And you texted me, get your camera ready, and I was like, bro, like, okay, and then I did, and now it's kind of coming apart.
Granted, when we last recorded, we're like, yeah, we'll record on Sunday, and I fully was like in the middle of making a stew, and I was like, I gotta text Jake.
Yeah.
And then I felt so bad because I didn't realize it until this morning. I just, like, at 10:48 p.m., I go, bring your camera. We're recording in your car tomorrow. And then at 11:27, so 30 minutes later, you're like, I'm working tomorrow at 11:28. Oh, whoa. So are you. And then 10 minutes later, you get, like, the little space between messages.
Where I try to find my camera.
Yeah, I could hear your voice where you're like, okay, cool, I'm down.
Yeah.
Another space. And then being like, make sure you grab the mic.
Yeah.
And I didn't look at those texts until I was on the bus this morning.
That's funny. Yeah, alright, well, camera's done for now.
Okay.
Apologies, but...
So, visual jokes only.
Yeah, of course. I love that our only real visual joke of the whole thing of us having a camera for the first time is just me, like, dipping out of frame to suck your own dick.
Yeah.
I hope I'm out of frame in that. I think that's funnier, but even if I am in frame, it still kind of works, I guess.
Okay, make the goofiest face right now. I feel like people could assume what that face is when you make that sound.
You're wrong if you're making assumptions there, because you can't even believe what face I just made. You wouldn't even.
He grew a third eye.
Yes, sir.
He got rid of his nose.
Fucking, I grew like 4 inches too. I'm like way taller now.
Yeah, why is that?
Boner.
Boner. Yeah, whenever I get a boner, I just like it grows downward and I extend.
I'm sorry. What? It grows like
downward
into the rest of your body.
Yeah, and it just makes my legs longer, but like one leg because it leans right.
Right. Okay. Okay. Heard.
I think it's like it's a good bit. I think to me, because I find the idea of you specifically sucking your own dick so funny,
especially in a party scene, because I'm already like so quiet and anxious in a party scene, to be like, I guess this is what I'll do. Like, yeah, I can't tell you how many times like we had people over at our house and like everybody's having fun and I'm just like sitting in a chair kind of like watching, like nodding, like, yeah, this is cool, everyone's having a great time, me included. Yeah.
And then you're just like in an alternate reality, an alternate universe, you're like, well, guess I'm left to my own devices.
Yeah. Should I move upstairs? Should I hop in the backyard? Go to the bathroom? Nah, living room's fine.
Have you been to much parties in LA?
No, I don't think I've been to any.
I mean, technically we're at the fucking Cryo Geyser Tetherball house.
Yeah, that was cool. We should Yeah.
Yeah, they have one.
Shout out Cryo Geyser. Shout out Zach, their drummer. I grew up with him. Super cool dude. Shout out Tetherball. I have worked in the past with their lead singer / lead guitar, Bernie, who worked on I Think You Should Leave, and I will never lose her contact information for the possibility that she hears that they're doing season 4 and they need another PA.
Yeah.
I don't even want a PA anymore. I hate PAing, but like I would PA on that in a heartbeat.
Would you?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I know you would.
Yeah.
Honestly,
at this point, it's just like depending on the project I'd work on, I'd do anything on anything, depending on like the project. If it's like something that I would enjoy watching myself or like being a part of, I would 100% do it. Like right now, I'm a little bit more like
you will do anything.
I'll do anything because like I need that financial support. But
Yeah.
like I haven't mentioned this on the pod yet.
Yeah.
I did 2 Mr. Beast videos. One of them it's his most recent video.
What is the title?
$1 versus $100 million car. And they filmed a good amount of it in LA. They're usually based out of North Carolina. But they filmed a good amount of it in LA. And so I was a PA on that, and it was pretty cool. I didn't actually get to meet Jimmy. They all called him Jimmy.
He literally bought the shirt off your back.
Dude, oh, that's a good story, actually. How much time? How long have we been
We've
recording?
literally been recording for like 20 minutes.
No, not even close.
No,
we started recording at like 6:10.
No, we had 4 minutes in the original recording, and it's about to hit 40. So I want to say we have about 40 right now. So we still have like 20 minutes to go.
15, 20 minutes. All right.
Yeah, you could just...
I'll just tell the story real quick.
Okay, tell the story. I want to be off in the corner.
All right, third. Oh my god. Oh, he's really getting that. In my car, dude.
Yeah, you go, Queen.
Yeah, so story time. I worked on the Mr. Beast video, and they were filming at or should I say we were filming? We were filming at a very fancy garage to showcase all of the cars that were going to be in the video. All the nice ones, at least. They didn't bring the $1 car in there because they had already driven it off a cliff. Sorry for spoilers if you haven't seen the video yet. He's going to drive it off a cliff. He doesn't actually drive it. That is a spoiler. I watched the video to see if I'm in it at any point. I think I am. If you want evidence, I can send you the picture. But
yeah, if you want evidence,
I'll post it. That'll be like our first post on the Instagram. It's like Jake in the Mr. Beast video.
I think you have to Cash App. What's your Cash App?
I don't know if I have a Cash App actually.
Okay, you can Cash App me, and then I'll send you the.
Yeah. Oh, I must have it. I have to have a Cash App.
Yeah,
I definitely have a Cash App.
Yeah, we Cash App.
I don't think I ever Oh yeah.
So it's Greenberg Jake.
Greenberg Jacob 0.
Yeah, Cash App Greenberg Jacob 0, or
if you
Willard.
If you want the picture, I will take any amount of money.
Yeah,
there is no limit.
For me, it's like $5 at least.
Yeah, no, you could send me like 20 cents.
Yeah, and we'll send you it. You have to like put in your phone number in the.
Right, yeah. Put in your phone number, your email, your contact info, zip code.
Yeah, put in the phone number and your 3 favorite things about each of us.
Yeah, and then your social, and so. But basically the way it went down, we were shooting in this big garage that is very bright white floors and very dark black painted brick walls and roof. So bright colors are going to pop against that black. And I was wearing a very light blue Nike dry fit shirt. I'm going to bleep out Nike, no free clout.
No free clout.
No free clout.
Don't bleep out Mr. Beast, though.
No, of course not, because I want him to sponsor the video.
It's already sponsored by Mr. Beast.
Yeah, shout out Mr. Beast for sponsoring this video, guys. Everybody, give him a sub. He's really like down on his luck right now. But what had happened was I was wearing a very light blue t-shirt, and I was on the floor scrubbing out tire tracks from them driving the cars in because they wanted the floor to be all nice and sparkly. So I was on the floor with like a little spray bottle of Pine Sol and um, like a I don't know, like a sandy towel essentially, like a sanitation towel, if you would. Um, and I'm just down there scrubbing, getting that elbow grease in, and one of the producers, that is essentially like, I forget what his name was, but his job was essentially to look after the cast and make sure that they were all good and make sure they got from A to B and did everything they needed to do. And so he came up to me while I'm scrubbing the floor and he's just like, hey, can I give you $100 for your shirt right now? And I was like, what? And he was like, we want Jimmy to wear something bright, and he didn't bring a bright shirt today, and you guys are around the same size. So would you, or what size is your shirt? And I was like, a large, I think. And he was like, oh, okay, that works.
Yeah, Jimmy's pretty large.
Yeah, Jimmy's a big boy.
He starts doing like the ham, like he's like, yeah, Jimmy's pretty large, and they like, I gotta explain this.
Oh my god.
He's like, yeah, Jimmy's pretty large, and he like opens his like kind of palms wide, like how you would measure a penis, and he's like, and he was like roughly, I would consider that
fully
large.
Pulls out like 12 inches, and he's just like, yeah, that looks about right. You could, do you think your shirt would fit that? And I'm just like, his shirt for his penis, and yeah, they were just like, can we buy your shirt off you? And I was like, okay, yeah. And he just hands me $100 bill, and I'm like, okay. And I think it would be way funnier if in the middle of this garage with all these super expensive cars and a bunch of like Mr. Beast people and like producers and shit, I just start like taking my shirt off and like, because there's no way that everybody was privy to this information that they were buying my shirt, because like multiple people came up to me afterwards and were just like, how'd you get that shirt? Because they gave me one of like the crew shirts for people that might be in the shot, which was a Mr. Beast custom like garage like mechanic button up, which I will fully wear like in the next video that we film. I think that would be fun, because it's a cool shirt. I like it. I was very excited when I got it. I wouldn't have got one unless they bought my shirt off my back. And so they gave me $100 and a shirt that I could probably sell for like another $100 on eBay if I wanted to or something.
You can get some fucking V-Bucks or Roblox.
Dude, I'd be hype.
Roblox bucks.
Roblox.
I do like the hypothetical image
of me just slowly like taking my shirt off in the garage.
Dude, not even that. They gave like in the world in which you gave them the shirt, but they did not give you his shirt back.
Yeah, where it's like, I have to work the rest of this 12-hour. I think that one was like a 14-hour day.
Yeah, they're filming Mr. Beast going like, so what do we have here? And we just see like you in the background, like shirtless, like kind of wandering lost, like just
like this car right here is worth $1 million, and every other car in this garage is even more expensive. And I'm just like in the back scrubbing, like shirtless, and it's like, Jimmy, can I have my shirt back? And the funniest part is they didn't use my shirt.
Oh.
They went out and bought a bag of like bright shirts from like a Target nearby, because they didn't have to film for like a good 2 hours, because we're still like getting all the cars prepped and like getting everything ready. And like fully, they got so much like B-roll of just the cars, where they didn't even like, cast wasn't even in it. Like none of the Mr. Beast team was in the video. Looking back, like that was like 7 hours of that day was just at that garage, and it makes like I think, like a minute and a half of that video. That was 7 hours of my life.
Yeah, that was a daily reminder that what you see on camera, what you hear on tape, is only just a fucking single percent of everything.
It really
Put
is.
back
Like,
in.
I can't tell you how many people I had to tell, don't walk into this area. They are filming in this direction, and they walk right past me, and I get yelled at. And then looking at the video, they didn't use any of those shots. Like, they didn't use a single shot looking in that direction. Yeah. And it's just like, well, shit, man. That was stressful for me.
What would you do if you, like, watch the next Mr. Beast clip? I guess this is also in a hypothetical world where, like, suddenly there's, like, a 2-minute montage of you, like, fucking oiled up with, like, fucking pine sol, like, scrubbing.
I don't remember that.
I wonder, like, what song? Would it be It's Raining Men? Like, would it just be, like, baby? Dude, that's a Bloodhound Gang deep cut. I don't know if anyone would necessarily get it, but it's just like this. It's like a club mix of you just scrubbing the floors. And you're like, what does this have to do about you buying a $1 house into $1 million house?
Yeah, I forgot to mention also the shirt was it was a birthday gift from my mom. She got me a new pair of shorts and a new shirt in hopes that I would start exercising more because I've gained weight in the past couple of years. And that is not a joke. That is not a joke. My mother means so well when she does stuff like that, but like that is fully what happened.
I could hear it in her voice.
Yeah, she was just like, "Oh, I can't wait for you to start working out more. This will maybe help you get up
and you just
get going." And I'm just like, I'm in a basketball league, like
No, she invites you to her house, and she's so excited to see you all fit, and now you're just like slightly chubbier than a Mr. Beast. And you're like, I fucking love YouTube.
Yeah. But they didn't use my shirt, and then they fucking lost it in the mix of all of the other shirts they bought. And they said they would give it back to me too. They were like, yeah, we'll rent it for $100. It was fully dirty too. I was scrubbing the floor. I was sweaty. It was hot in there in that fucking garage. Yo, shout out that garage though. That was actually the Dark Knight Batcave.
Oh yeah.
You remember in Batman, in the Dark Knight trilogy, in the first one, Batman Begins, at the very end, spoiler, Liam Neeson burns down his house, which includes the Batcave. And then in the second one, they have like a bunker type deal that is just like that. It's that garage, straight up. It was that garage, which is very cool. I took a picture of it. Yeah, maybe I'll just post like every piece of evidence from this story at some point, but
with like no context.
Yeah, like garage, cars, shirt. Like, yeah. But then, you know, at the end of the day, once all of cast had left and we were just stuck there cleaning up the rest of the time, I was like, I asked a producer, I was like, hey, did you find my shirt? And he was like, no, sorry. Last I saw, this one guy had it, and I went and talked to him, and I was like, hey, you find my shirt? And he was like, no, I was trying to clean it last time, but we didn't have any soap, so I was just using water and scrubbing it a bunch. And I was like, okay, where is it? And he was like, oh God, I don't remember. And I was just like, okay, cool. So then I'm just like picking up a bunch of trash, and I find this giant trash bag that's just filled with shirts. And I'm just like, maybe it's in here. And I just dig through it for like 3 minutes, and I'm like, this looks right. And there's like a very standard shirt, but it was a gift from my mom, so I don't want to like just toss it.
Right. There's like a weird amount of sentimental value in it.
Yeah.
Imagine like digging through that pile and then fucking hitting your hand on a dirty needle.
Oh, Jimmy!
Oh, Jimmy!
Yeah.
You think it'd be from heroin or testosterone, steroids?
Yeah. Oh, that'd be hype, dude. Shout out Bucked Up. I know I told that story last time, right?
Yeah. But do you think he, like, hypothetically, if Mr. Beast had to be using needles, what would be the purpose?
I feel like heroin. I feel like you need something like that to sustain that lifestyle, honestly.
Yeah.
He looked fucking out of it every time he wasn't in a shot. He looked like so fucking like mentally drained. Like, I fully understand. Like, people rip on him on Twitter, especially on social media, a lot. They rip on him, and they're just like, yeah, what the fuck is wrong with Mr. Beast? He's always like talking about, like, he's just like, oh man, this is, I'm so tired, blah blah blah. This is blah blah blah, whatever. It's like, how are you tired? You have so much money, and it's like
he puts in a lot.
He puts in a lot of effort, and I would give him credit for that, because that is a full production that is based around him. That is like being the star of a TV show, where you are also the writer, and he doesn't direct any of it. His buddy does, but he is the writer insofar as they come up with a general plan, and then it's just them like fucking around a lot, and then they have to like improvise all the time. There is just a very general structure that almost never stays consistent, which is why they were like so impressed with working in LA for the first time, and having like an actual fucking crew instead of like
all those fucking hicks from North Carolina.
Right. No, he fully apparently is like trying to turn Greenville, North Carolina, where they're all based out of, into like some like big city where he's like probably going to be like the mayor.
Yeah, I
can see him fucking doing it. If he wants to, he could do it.
I could see him doing it in a way that like isn't gentrification.
Right.
Like, we're the thing where they're always like, it's something you would see on like the Philip DeFranco show, where he kind of uses that clickbait, where it's like, people are mad that Jimmy, Mr. Beast, is fucking gentrifying the city, and in fact, you just see this whole like wholesome thing where he's like positively like uplifts the community.
Yeah,
I think like, especially when you told that story to me, like a kind of a detail that you left out, and I don't know how much we should share about this, but like, you know, he did not even like fly or ride with like any of his friends, because
he had his own security guard that was driving him and his girlfriend around for the entirety of the shoot, and I met a security guard. He was a super nice guy. Funny story. So I picked them up at the airport, at the private airstrip where they flew in. It was a pretty small private jet that they landed at Van Nuys Airport at like 1 a.m.
So next time we shoot in LA, keep that in mind.
Yeah, I was in at like, I think 10 a.m. that day, and they forgot to like schedule a PA to have like the proper hours where they could pick them up at the airport. So they were like, hey, Jake, you live pretty close to where we're at right now, right? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, okay, go home, pack an overnight bag. You were going to pick up the crew. You're going to pick up the cast at 1 a.m. when they land, and take them out to, God, where did we shoot? It was like
Lancaster.
It was Lancaster, that's right. It was like Palmdale, Lancaster area.
I have a funny story about Palmdale. We're not going to talk about it. It involves body cam footage. We're not going to talk about it.
Yeah, we'll come back. Maybe that'll be our next fucked up thing of the week. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I went home, packed a bag, sat there for like a couple hours, and then went out, got Jack in the Box on their dime because I was still clocked in, and I sent them a receipt and was like, reimburse me for this $13 for this chicken and fries and Dr. Pepper. And they were like, yep, heard. Here's your money back. And I was like, awesome. And then I went to pick them up. I scooped them up, and Jimmy got in his security guy's car. And while we were waiting for them at the airport, I was talking with the security guy, and he was like, yeah, Jimmy's a great guy, you know, like, I used to work for his dad, and, blah, blah, or I'm like good buddies with his dad, and I kind of like feel like an uncle to him, blah, 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 just because we're we've been close for a long time, and he's a great kid, man. You know, if I had that type of money, I wouldn't be doing the type of stuff he's doing. I'd be blowing it on hookers and cocaine, strippers, and blow. And I was like, shit, man. I'm Jake, by the way.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, that's cool. And I was like, I see you're wearing a Durham Bulls hat. You from North Carolina? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, cool. I had a friend that went to Duke. And he was like, oh, my daughter goes there. And I'm like, you have a daughter?
Yeah. Talking about fucking hookers and blow. I want you also got to keep in mind that person, I should not even say this on record. That person is like, yeah, you can cut it out if you do not like what I'm about to say. It's like,
okay.
I don't know. I think, first of all, I think overall is like what trips me up about that is imagine like giving all your friends this opportunity, but because you are such like a publicized figure, and you know that there's like such like you are kind of at like a present risk consistently, where it's like you can't even enjoy it because you have to have security, like, you know, around your sides, and the like, you know, you're like, oh, like we could go to fucking Antarctica, and most of that time it's just you separated from all your friends. Because I was like, you know, you had that pleasant experience about this dude talking about, if I was Mr. Beast, if I had his money, I'd spend it on like fucking hookers and blow. And like that is like the person between like him and like an assassination attempt.
Yeah.
It's like fucking trippy.
Shout out security guard, man.
Yeah, shout out security guards. Shout out.
I completely forgot his name.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I was about to say, we know another security guard. We can, not.
I don't know him. You know him.
Oh no, I was going to reference the one who's on our basketball team.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't going to. Shout out. No, this is revealing.
Excuse me.
Shout out a security guard that we both know who's not on the basketball team.
Yeah, we won our basketball game, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just to sidetrack a little bit, we won our last basketball game. We're on a basketball team. We play rec league.
Yeah.
We won. We killed it. I think we're at about an hour right now.
Yeah, we're at 58 minutes, and then we have the 4 minutes left. That's right. You mental math.
Yeah. So we can wrap it up. I feel like this is
I
quality
guess
content right here.
Is there like any final notes of like what we want to do next? I guess to you is, do you think talking so much about fucking autofellatio good content? Okay, actually two things.
I do. I think it's been amazing.
Okay, it feels like such a dude thing, but you know what? Fuck it. We ball. Second thing, do you think it would be easier to suck your own dick standing up or laying down? Like, what's the easiest position?
For me, I'm like insanely not flexible, and I feel like especially that is the case laying down. Personally, like if I try and touch my toes standing up, I have a much better chance than if I'm trying to touch my toes sitting down. Mm-hmm. I wonder what muscle that is that's super tight then that doesn't allow me to bend further when I'm sitting. Maybe it's my hips. I don't know. So I'd say I personally have a better chance while standing. What about you?
I think. I think sitting down for like multiple reasons. I think genuinely the male body is more prone to getting hard while sitting down. Like the same thing with like getting out of the male body, but the body with the penis.
Right.
Like, you know, when you're just in math class and sometimes you just get erect because you're sitting wrong.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like that's like an opportune time.
Yeah.
I also realize that coworkers will listen to this and be like, wow, they talked a lot about. It's fine.
Are we we're sharing this with coworkers?
No, coworkers are already asking about.
Okay. Hey guys. There's no way you made it to this point in the episode.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah. So yeah, whatever. Shout out Shake Shack.
We gotta shout out Shake Shack. Shout out George. Shout out Mr. Beast for sponsoring this.
Yeah. Shout out Mr. Beast.
Yeah. Subscribe to our Patreon.
Yeah,
where we're going to be playing Fortnite together once a week, and if you pay for the $5 tier, you'll be able to play Fortnite with us. Yeah. At least one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll figure out a way to make it work. But if you give us money, we'll do things for you.
Yeah. If you give us money, we'll do anything for you.
Yeah.
I will fucking like lick your. I'll lick your heels. Don't look at me like that.
All right. I think that's a good stopping point. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. This has been pretty straightforward.
We don't need to edit. We could just end with like.
Oh, okay.
Yo, this shit hit crazy.